What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing another rumor video about Kyle Lowry, which he finds himself in the news after signing a one-year contract extension with the Toronto Raptors. There's reportedly like 4 to 5 different teams that Kyle Lowry could be traded to. I saw somebody in the comment section in one of my last videos asking me for a Kyle Lowry Timberwolves rebuild, which I actually did this in 2K19, but now we're going to be doing it on 2K20. Now, the trade I made, I'm not sure if I even like it, so if you guys could think of anything better, just let me know. This is the trade that I came up with. Now, I'm not sure what, I just don't get how this could be a good trade for either side. Lowry's like 34 years old, and Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins are both relatively young, so I don't think pairing them with Kyle Lowry is going to make much of a difference, but if that's what Minnesota thinks that they could do, I know Minnesota was interested in Lowry at one point before they did sign Jeff Teague, but ultimately Lowry went back to Toronto. But basically, the Raptors would get the salary relief of Jeff Teague. They get a first-round pick for Kyle Lowry, so at least they get something for him. They would have to take on Gorgui Dieng's contract because they can't make the salaries match, unless if they want Robert Covington instead. But I don't know. I decided to go Gorgui Dieng just because. Why not? So yeah, Gorgui Dieng, we're going to go ahead and trade him over, and we're going to just make that trade go through. I was going to override it, but doesn't look like I even need to. So yeah, we had to trade our 2020 pick, unfortunately, but now the Timberwolves are going to have Lowry to round up their roster. How would that look in real life? I'm not sure. I doubt this trade goes through, and I doubt Kyle Lowry finds himself in Minnesota, but you never know, I guess, with the NBA. Crazier things have happened. So this is our starting five. Looks like Wiggins isn't even in the starting five right now. That is pretty pathetic and sad. But right now, I think my plan is obviously to make this, I made the last one realistic, and I think that's what I'm going to do today. I think I'm going to make this a realistic style just because this is a real life rumor. I almost wanted to do a Kyle Lowry Clippers one instead, but since a sub asked me for the Timberwolves one, I decided to do it. So yeah, this is just basically how it's going to be this first season. I'm not going to change anything. I just kind of want to see how this team would do. So I don't even know if I ultimately like Wiggins coming off the bench. I think that's just kind of odd. So I think I'll go ahead and do something like this. We're going to go maybe like that. And then Layman and Jordan Bell can get a little bit less minutes. And then we'll go Jarrett Culver 30, Wiggins about 30. And then we'll go something like that. So yeah, we'll go with that. Hopefully this can work out well. But Lowry in Minnesota, let's see how well that trend turns out, and we'll see how this first season goes. At the end of the first season, the Lakers have won the championship, and us Timberwolves went 35-47. So obviously, 2K is not liking the idea of just getting Kyle Lowry on this roster, so we're gonna have to do a little bit more. Personally, like I said, I don't love the idea of the Timberwolves getting Kyle Lowry. I don't think the ages match at all. Yes, it'd be a nice veteran presence to have next to Karl-Anthony Towns, but how long could it really last? Not very long, in my opinion. It's not sustainable, so I would never do it if I was the Toronto Raptor or if I was a Minnesota Timberwolves GM. But since it's the title of the video, I'm going to have to keep Lowry on the roster for the time being. So we do lose our pick. Obviously, it goes to Toronto because it was top 5 protected. We will have our pick next year at least. But as far as getting a head coach, it looks like Ryan Saunders is out. So I'm going to go ahead and get Michael Stauffer, I guess. Greg Popovich coming to the Timberwolves is super unrealistic, so I'm not going to do that. And then for head scout, let's go with somebody out here. So if we can get all those guys, very nice. Now, let's go to the draft and see, do we even have a second round pick? We do. No, I honestly do kind of want to trade Wiggins. I just can't even think of a package that a team would take for Andrew Wiggins. Like, what would a team, like, what would a team offer me for Andrew Wiggins? Like, there's just not a whole lot out there. So, I mean, Wiggins' value is gone. Let me look at the stats real quick before we get into too far into the season, because I do forget sometimes about that. But we had 22 points from Karl-Anthony Towns, still a mediocre 17 points from Wiggins. Now, it's not terrible. Don't get me wrong. Wiggins, it's just the expectations that were put on him, in my opinion. Wiggins has always been a solid scorer, but he was expected to be the next, like, LeBron James or whatever it was, and that's why he's been disappointing up till now. So, yeah. That's what has been unfortunate about Wiggins' career so far. If I could honestly just somehow get a lottery pick for Wiggins, that'd be awesome. But I just don't see how Wiggins is worth a lottery pick anyway. Like, I just don't see it. So, let me just try, I guess, and see if I could think, like, a late lottery pick, like the Suns, maybe. I could maybe see the Suns being desperate enough. The Spurs, maybe they think they could get something out of him. I don't know. Maybe I could get DeRozan from them, and then we can, you know, that would be interesting if I decided to get DeMar DeRozan from San Antonio, or yeah, from San Antonio, and then we swap, but then it'd be like young players. But let me see if I could get the 13th pick from the Suns. Like, that's the only team I can think of maybe that would be willing to take a flyer on Wiggins just because they're a young team up in themselves. So, can I get a 13 pick for Wiggins? Like, I will do that straight up. Okay. You know what? Wiggins is gone. That's fine. We get something to replace him. Maybe I could have got a little bit more, but in my opinion, Wiggins' value has gone down tremendously, and his contract is just a little bit overpaid. The Suns, I could see them being desperate enough, and maybe they'd be willing to do something like that. So, I'm going to go draft somebody with the 13th overall pick and see what we can get. In my opinion, I'm still going to try to build a young team around, we can get Josh Green, which, Nico Mannion or Trent Warford. I'm still going to try to build a young team, in my opinion, just because, like, literally we have Lowry, he's 34, and he's just not going to be a sustainable point guard for the future. So I just would rather try to get, we can get Jaden McDaniels as well, Jalen Smith. What do I want? I don't want Jaden McDaniels, honestly, out of Washington. We're going to go with that and then sim to the end there for that. So Jaden McDaniels, welcome to the team. I know I could have gotten like Trent Warford, but Jaden McDaniels I think is going to be nice for us as well. So I'm happy with that pick. Well, welcome to the team, and you'll probably be our starting power forward, to be honest, because I don't think we had a good one. So Okogie and Keita Bates, Diop, definitely want to bring him back. And then qualifying offers. I decided not to send Okogie to the G League just because, I don't know, there's always some controversial statements in the comment section whenever I send a player like that to the G League. I don't know why. It just triggers some people. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't care as much. But we have $8 million. Are we going to have any more money we can get? Okay, we could actually free up some money here. Wiggins. Oh, I thought I was going to get a lot more money. But Vonleh, Napier, Jordan Bell. Like, those would be solid additions to the team. But I'd rather have the $18 million in cap space to see what I can do. Robert Covington is a possible player I might trade as well. Just because we can, you know, Jarrett Culver is a fine starting shooting guard. Do I move him to small forward? Does he go up? He does, so I'm thinking about that. Kogi is all right. He's not really a starting caliber in my opinion yet. He could be one day, but not yet. I haven't seen it out of him. And Robert Covington, I think I might just try to trade him for something. I don't know what I could get for him. Tobias Harris wouldn't be terrible, but I'm not sure about that. I think this was the original trade, right? Let me try. I'm trying to think back. 76ers. No. No. Okay, okay, because it was totally different. It was Jimmy Butler for Covington. That's right. I was like, I'm trying to think of what they got for Tobias Harris, but never mind. That was Clippers side of things. And really, Chris Middleton wouldn't be bad. 28 years old. We add him to the roster, and we get Robert Covington, or the Bucks get Robert Covington. I guess that frees up some money, maybe. But how good does this really make us? You know, it helps us out a little bit. I'm trying to justify this trade in a way that makes sense. Chris Middleton. Not something I get very often. It would definitely help us out as far as, you know, wanting to win now. We'd have a mix of veterans. Chris Middleton, Minnesota. I don't know if this makes a lot of sense. The only way I could, you know, maybe see this happening is if Chris Middleton is just kind of had a down year and the Bucks are like, you know what, we don't really want to pay this guy this much money. And then Timberwolves are like, you know what, we have a veteran, Kyle Lowry, why don't we go for this? So maybe 18 points isn't getting it done for the Bucks, and they want a Kogi. I give them Covington. We'll do it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I try to justify it a little bit, but if you guys didn't fully like that, just let me know. But Jarrett Culver, point guard, shooting guard. Chris Middleton now, and then we got Jimmy McDaniels. So yeah, this team is very, very weird. I knew this was going to be a weird team going in just because I just don't love the idea of Lowry. I'm going to say that a lot, but I just don't love the idea of Lowry on the Timberwolves. But let's see what we can get as far as free agents out here. How much money do we have now? We definitely lost a lot of money by trading for Chris Middleton, but we had the salary to do it. Let's see. As far as backup centers we could get, Bobby Portis would not be a bad addition. Mason Plumlee, Plumlee might be a little bit cheaper. I think I'm gonna go maybe Mason Plumlee off the bench. As far as backup point guards are concerned, Moutier, Augustine, Austin Rivers, Isaiah Thomas, Chris Dunn. Maybe bring back Chris Dunn to Minnesota. Do we want to do something like that? You know, I'm not bitter. I'll go ahead and bring him back. Rodney Hood, Tyreek Evans, Dotson. Dotson might be interesting. I know I can't afford all of these guys, but I'm just going to go ahead and offer. And let's see what we get in return. So let's see what we get. Obviously, I don't think we're going to be able to afford all these guys. Maybe we can afford. The Jazz have decided to match. Why do the Jazz have Dotson? Whatever. Can I get both of these guys? Probably not, right? No, I can't. Okay, so we got Chris Dunn, which I think I'm all right with over what's his name. So we got Chris Dunn, Kyle Lowry, Jarrett Culver. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we basically need a little bit more as far as depth. Okay, so Garrett Temple, Terrence Jones. Oh my gosh, centers out here are not good. All right, let's see what else we could get. Udo, Terrence Jones, Garrett Temple, Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig is probably one of my better options right now. And Joakim Noah. So yeah, actually we don't even want Torrey Craig back. What am I saying? I don't even want Torrey Craig back. I might just get Jordan Bell back on his qualifying offer, honestly. I think that's gonna be what happens. So Jordan Bell will be our backup power forward, I think. And yeah, he comes back. All right, cool. Player progression. Lowry goes down 1 overall. Towns, we got Middleton here. I really don't know how much I like Middleton being here. I just kind of took a chance, and hopefully it goes well. If not, you know, we took a risk. Kind of wanted to just bring some more veterans next to Kyle Lowry. That's what my thought process was. So we have some young guys. We also have Karl-Anthony Towns, who's kind of in the middle. And then, like, because the way I want to operate a franchise, I'd rather have, like, everybody kind of on the same timeline. But this has just been a weird rebuild thus far. So hopefully this second season, things can somewhat turn out well. At the end of the second season, Anthony Davis is your most valuable player. LaMelo Ball on the Sacramento Kings is your Rookie of the Year. Vucevic is your 6th man on the 76ers. Oddly enough, that's a very odd situation. Anthony Davis, and then Chris Porzingis is your Most Improved, and Brett Brown is your Coach of the Year. All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, and All-NBA third team. We went 44 and 38, which is solid, I guess. And we're the 7th seed in facing the Clippers, which is awesome, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. But 21 points from Karl-Anthony Towns, 17.7 from Jarrett Culver, and 17 from Chris Middleton. About 15 from Jaden McDaniels, and about 15 from Lowry. So yeah, you know, stats are solid, I guess. Not great, but they're all right. I guess Lowry, maybe giving him a smaller contract is going to allow us to maybe have our bench be a little bit better. But I'm not really liking the team just yet. We're down 3-1 to the Clippers, and it looks like we are going to 3-2. 3-3? No, okay. So we did take the Clippers to 6 games at least. That's something I can hang my hat on going into this offseason. But we got one more season to figure it out. I really just wonder what I'm going to do next. That's all I'm wondering. So we'll see. We got the Lakers, and we got probably the Nets. Yep. It's always the Lakers, the Nets, or the 76ers who win the championship. It's just always like that. So the Lakers have won the championship. Congrats to them. Now, let's get to this offseason. Let's just go straight into it, and let's get down to business. So let's see what we're going to do. I want to make the bench a lot better, of course, because that's obviously something that was a very huge weakness for us. I don't even know if I like the idea of keeping Chris Middleton here long term. We got the 19th overall pick, and then I don't think we have any other like crazy pick that I should know about. But we have the staff still fine. I guess I'll just keep that all there. But for the draft, we got the 19th pick. I don't know if I'm going to be able to land crazy value with the 19th pick overall. I guess we'll see if I can get myself a solid bench player at the very least. Jaden McDaniels did fine, and then Jarrett Culver obviously is very nice. Chris Middleton is the one that I wonder about. But the only reason I do have Chris Middleton is, like I said, you know, Kyle Lowry is like 30-something, so I just kind of wanted to have another veteran here with him, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and just draft here with the 19th overall pick and see what I can land. So let's see. We get Shareef O'Neal, which, you know, that's going to go. We're going to go ahead and take Shareef O'Neal. Why not? He's got O'Neal in his name. He is a 73 overall, so you know what? Welcome to the team. Don't know if you're going to contribute that much, but welcome anyway. So now Jarrett Culver, 80 overall, and that should be there. All right, qualifying offers, Jordan Bell. He debates Diop. Probably not going to make a huge thing trying to sign you guys back, but they have $32 million in cap space. Obviously, Kyle Lowry is holding this back quite a bit, but we're going to go to renounce like literally everybody else. Lowry, we're going to have to re-sign because he is the title of the video, so fortunately, if I didn't have to sign Kyle Lowry back, I wouldn't, but I'm going to give him like a 2-year deal. And then we're going to go just pick off everything we can for bench play, I guess. And then we're just going to have to hope for the best. We don't have a ton of cap space to sign any of those major free agents, so I'm not even going to focus on that. So Kyle Lowry, welcome back to Minnesota on a 2-year deal. We got about $5 million in cap space. You know, it's very rough out here right now. Lowry is currently 35 years old, dude. That is just, ooh. All right, Lou Williams. Is there anyone like, we got Chris Dunn. Noel is not really anything. Layman's all right. Nazarian Reed and Shareef O'Neal aren't really what you want them to be. So yeah, we really don't have a good bench whatsoever. We do have $5 million. Middleton or Chris Dunn, I might try to flip right now for like two better players, I guess, maybe. Chris Dunn and Jake Layman are my bench players right now, and it's not, nothing I feel great about. But Aminu maybe at power forward spot for, he is getting paid $3 million more. I don't really want to do that necessarily. Dodson, as far as the backup shooting guard, wouldn't be too bad. Gives us a little bit more money, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this trade. Chris Dunn can go play with his buddy Trae Young on the Atlanta Hawks. And then as far as obviously, I know they're not friends in real life. That was a total joke, but we're gonna go to the center spot, see what we can get as far as backup centers are concerned. Alex Len, Zeller, Dedmon. I think Dedmon might be a good opportunity, so we're gonna get Dedmon. Good player. I don't know why I said opportunity, but whatever. Alfred Payton. Yeah, let's see what else. Small forwards. Let's get a backup point guard, I guess. Teague. I guess Teague wouldn't be terrible. We're gonna bring him back, even though we literally just. I would rather have had Dwayne Dedmon. I don't know. Can I get Dedmon also? Okay, good. I can get Dedmon also. That's what I want. All right, so Jeff Teague, despite trading him, we've brought him back to Minnesota. He's gonna be the backup point guard. So yeah, still not feeling that great about this team, honestly. As far as realism is concerned, Middleton is like the only player I think I could trade and, you know, try to get something for. Jimmy Butler, bring him back to Minnesota. I don't know. I don't think I could justify that. I just don't think I could bring Jimmy Butler back to Minnesota. I just don't think that makes sense as far as realistic goes. So Shea, Al Horford, Robert Covington, I'm not really seeing anything that great. Obviously, Jimmy Butler is the best scenario here. Bring him next to Kyle Lowry. You know, I don't know. Do I do something crazy like this? I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense. But if I do keep this team right now, we're probably not going to win a championship. So maybe I'll bend the rules a little bit, bring Jimmy Butler back to Minnesota, and I'm just going to go for it all in this last season. So Jimmy Butler is back in Minnesota. Karl-Anthony Towns has officially requested a trade. Yeah, totally. Just up until now, I've gone. That was not realistic at all. Oh, well, I'm not. Like I said, if I didn't do something different, this team was not winning a championship or even going to try to compete for one. So I guess I wanted to make the video somewhat entertaining. Hope you guys can understand. But I'm similar to the end of this third season, and we're going to see how it goes. End of this season, we got Anthony Davis winning MVP once again. Cade Cunningham is your Rookie of the Year. Colin Sexton is your sixth man, and Anthony Davis is your Defensive Player of the Year. Taylor Horton-Tucker is most improved. But like I said, all right, I haven't said this yet, but basketball is so close, guys. October has just been flying by. It almost seems like just yesterday that October was here. Like, and literally it's like October 13th as I'm recording this. This is just, I don't know, man. It's just flying by. It's flown by quite a bit. So we got the third seed. We went 51-31. I'm very excited for basketball to come back soon, though. I'm very excited. But we got 21 points from Karl-Anthony Towns, 12 rebounds, 18 points from Jarrett Culver, 18 or about 17 points from Jay McDaniels. I guess it was more 17 for Culver as well. Lowry 17 and Jimmy Butler 16. So I don't regret trading for Jimmy Butler. I think it probably gave us a better record than Chris Middleton would have. So let's see if we can at least make it to the second round. If we can make it to the second round, I'll call this a dub. But we're down 2-1 to the 6th-seeded Memphis Grizzlies. We're down 3-1. So far, not good. Hopefully we can somehow find a way to come back in this series. But if not a big deal, because like I said from the beginning, I never liked the idea of trading for Kyle Lowry anyway, and looks like we are going to beat them by 15 in this one. So let's see if we can somehow force a Game 7. If we can do that, I believe that we can cold-heartedly win this series, but we'll see if we can force a Game 7. So far, so good. It looks like we might take the W here. And no, we're going to lose by 4 points. That's going to be the final 23-8. We got 1-3, 1-2, 23-9, and 5. I literally did this video just because I saw someone commented about it. Like I said, I will say it again. I've said it several times in the video. I hate the idea of the Raptors, or I keep saying the Raptors, the Timberwolves going out and trying to trade for Kyle Lowry. I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'm definitely all ears of what you guys think. I think Kyle Lowry going to the Clippers makes a whole lot of sense. I also read an article, like, they were saying that, if I can find it, man, it was just kind of funny to read. It was like, oh, the Warriors' arch nemesis Kyle Lowry might be coming to the Western Conference, and if he got traded to the Clippers, the Warriors might be, you know, a little nervous or something stupid like that. I'm like, really? I mean, I don't think the Warriors are that worried about Kyle Lowry. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for me. This is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.